What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is episode 2 of the Short Porch, which I've decided is just an excellent name for a show. And it was on a whim. It's like, what do we call this? And I was just trying to think of baseball stuff. The double play, 6-4-3, and then Short Porch, I think, nails it. Okay. Just short kings everywhere, short porches. We love to see it. Hope everybody's having a fun little day. Do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe to the So Rare channels, whether you're on the Twitchies or the YouTubies. Get involved in that. I just see our guy John tweeted it out, so we'll go give that a little retweet. We're going to be giving away a pair of MLB ticks, but here's the thing. In order to get that sweet So Rare ticket, you're going to have to let us know. If you win, you're going to have to tell me immediately, so that way we can get you those tickets, because the season's almost over. Can you believe it? The next time we do this show, it's going to be in September. Wake me up when September ends, because then it's postseason baseball. That's a Green Day and a baseball reference. So here we go. This is how you're going to qualify. You're going to like the stream. You are going to subscribe to the channel, and then you're going to put hashtag #SoRareMLB into the chit chat. Also, I should introduce myself. My name is Mike Zakarian, just in case it's your first time tuning in and you have no idea who I am. We run the NBA Bit channel, Elite Fantasy Sports. We could do some So Rare MLB, some So Rare NBA content, and then occasionally I embarrass myself talking about football. But yeah, make sure you're checking out all the content that So Rare's got going on. They've turned into the ESPN of So Rare stuff. They got any language you want. They got a show for you throughout the week, so go check that out. Here's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to, based on your requests, we're going to talk about some of the big winners, both So Rare managers, but also players from this past game week. We were doing some research here, looking at some players. So we'll look at some of the high scores of this game week, and then we'll look at some of the better managers. We still got a couple of games tonight, right? So we've got some day games wrapping up right now, and then we'll have some primetime evening action. And then we'll get you ready for the next game week. Maybe we'll take a look at the MLB standings. We're going to try to hang out for somewhere between, 75 minutes and what's 2 hours? 120? No, that's not 75. Now 100 to 120 minutes, I think, is what we're trying to say. Taylor's saying we love when Mike takes our feedback. There you go. Keep the comments coming. It's Hershey says, can we talk about the best team in baseball, my Toronto Blue Jays? Let me tell you something. The Bo Sox are coming for you. Okay, we the North, we are coming for you. Let's pop around ESPN for right now before we jump into So Rare, just to see some scores. I saw my guy Corbin Carroll. I got a little bit of a sweat going on. After being just a dog do So Rare manager for the last 6 weeks, finally in the limited champion, right now I believe we're sitting in 12th place. My guy Corbin Carroll's on my team. He just grounded out. However, it was a force out. He's on first base, and it's a 2-run game with 2 down. Hopefully he tries to swipe a bag here. That's what we would like to see. But anyway, although now they're saying it was oh wow, my phone didn't update as fast enough. What did they end up calling this? What was the play-by-play on this? Did they call it a double play? Dang. Or maybe there was already 2 outs. I don't know. Anyways, Carroll's out. We got Taylor's Rockies here in a tough one. Bases juiced right now in a 3-3 game. Rockies and it was a double play. Okay, thank you. Rockies in the Astros. Borland wants us to talk about Luke Keuchel, on how So Rare needs to drop the cards. Yeah, let's get us a Luke card. Twins don't have a lot to be happy about right now. Buxton, who disappointed a bunch, then knocks out 2 dangers last night. He looked great. We get the Buccos and the Cards. They're in a 1-1 matchup right now. The Cubbies and the Giants, Devers woke up for the first time in a while. Rafi Devers, I don't know if he balled out today, but was having a good game week heading into today. And it was Willy Adames. After a Devers walk, Willy Adames, former Brew Crew legend and Tampa Bay Ray. So the Giants have a 2-1 lead. Cubbies, I think King Tuck hit a double and then scored on an RBI single, maybe by Ian Happ. I don't know. And then the other game that ended already today was the Bo Sox. The Bo Sox won 3-2, completing what I believe is a sweep. Jordan Hicks got a rare W here. Crochet was cooking for a little bit. Although, you know what? Crochet actually was a little underwhelming for what he does. But whatever, he was fine. And then you know what that they did though? For those of you guys that are doing well this game week, you're probably playing Chapman, right? Chapman pitched 3 days, three times in the last 4 days. However, as Taylor pointed out in the Discord, he only threw 7 pitches the other night, so he should have been well rested. And Alex Cora said, "Damn, you're so rare. I'm throwing out former Mets lefty Steven Matz here in the 9th, which was devastating. Wrong lefty. Should have threw out Chapman. Let's pop over to So Rare. Well, actually, before we do that, these are only a couple games left for tonight. We get the Braves and the Phillies. Both teams, I believe, 4 games set, or did the Phillies only play 3? I can't remember. Braves definitely on the 4th game because Ozzie Albies having a game week. Marlins and the Mets wrap up their slate, and then Yankees and the White Sox. I'm going to go over, and I'll show you my sweat for now. And then what we can do is talk about some of the guys that have popped off this game week. And as Weisberg joined, just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hashtag Sorare MLB for your shot at some baseball tickets. All right, let's go over to Sorare. Let's go over. And if you haven't signed up for Sorare, but you're watching the Sorare YouTube channel, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. How did you get here? I got actually more questions than answers. How did you get here? What are you doing? Sign up. All right, so here's my main sweat right here. It's this team, Corbin Carroll, who just ground into a double play because he's a big dork. But we still got Juan Soto, Belly Boy, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judgebaum, and then Jazzy Jeff Chisholm. So all 4 of these guys play tonight. Chapman, as I mentioned, did not get the save today because he's a big dick. Sorry, should I not be swearing yet? A big dork. I meant to say dork. And then Scooble Ball, he dropped 38, which let's have a conversation about Tarik Skubal. How come he only had like 1 earned run when he let up that many? What are the rules? I'm asking that facetiously, okay? Like, I know the rules. That was insane that was only like 1 earned run in that performance. I can't believe he had 38. I thought he had 32. So rare fantasy points. When I stopped looking that night, I was like, damn, he's got 32. Thought he was on pace for 40. Woke up in the morning and he had 38, even though he let up a grand salami in that inning. But anyways, this lineup here is in 13th. And I think this has a shot to move up again, right? Because we got Belly Boy, Jazzy, Jeff, Judge, and Chisholm. I haven't checked the starting lineups yet, but let me pull that up. No, I don't know where you guys go to get your underdogs. Oh, Borland took a nice photo of me with me blinking. Thank you, Borland. But yeah, I don't know where you guys go to get your lineups. I usually look at the Underdog MLB account because they just tweet them as they come, which is nice. We seem to not. The Braves are running out Profar, Olsen, Acuna, Baldwin, Albies, Harris. Azuna's back in the lineup after having a day off. So it looks like they got pretty much their same lineup. All right, Soto's in. That's good news. Soto is in. I was nervous about that. And then the Yankees, I don't think we have their lineup yet. So we don't have the Skanks lineup. Am I allowed to say Skanks when I'm talking about the Yankees? Is my Bo Sox coming out? It's weird for me to root for the Yankees while the Bo Sox are going. I'll show you my other 3 lineups that I rolled out just for limited champion, and that's mainly because I just wanted to highlight Ozzie Albies because holy crap. Through 3 games this game week has 75. Dropped the 7-5 on him. Also, shout out Contreras here, who's up to 55 as well. Jacob DeGrom was a pain in the butt, only getting to 21. Agustin Ramirez, though, having 4 games, had a day off. Same thing as I mentioned with Ozuna. He had 4 games, but he also had a day off, so he's only played 2 of them so far. Both should be back in the lineup today. And then Contreras is playing right now. Maybe we get another Abreu save. So that was that lineup. That was a little bit disappointing. I actually thought that one had, when I saw what Albies was doing, I was like, good Lord. Can you imagine if we had placed Ozzie Albies somewhere else? And then the other lineup, which I thought was going to be some spiciness, ended up being very disappointing. Alex Bregman played 4 whole baseball games and gave us a 0 from him. Duran got the day off today. He had 33. Roman Anthony dropped a 4-4 on him. Story went yard today in the Red Sox win. He had 37. Yelich playing right now 22. And then my guy McGillicuddy. Remember we were talking about how we were going to be taking shots. We were going to be doing Dr. McGillicuddy's. We thought we were going to be doing that. And then McGill goes down, even though Taylor poo-pooed it. And for those that didn't tune in, this is what we're doing for the postseason. We're going to do some watch-alongs, maybe on playback, be a So Rare only MLB playback, okay? And every time McGill gets an out, we have to, or maybe not an out, I think it's an out. Every time he gets an out, because he's only going to be pitching the 9th inning, as long as he's not out for the season, we're going to take a shot at McGillicuddy's. All right? Can we do that? So rare. Can you guys sponsor that? John, you still in the chat? Can you get on the horn with McGillicuddy's? Can we make that happen? Yeah, Bregman was dog doo, man. Bregman. Whatever. The Sox won all those games, so I can't be too mad about that. But anyways, those are my squads. Before we take a look at some of the leaderboards, just want to peek at the daily for today. I'll show you one funny thing. I was out of pitchers for the Field Generals, so I threw in Jordan Hicks, who pitched 1 inning today in relief. Got the win. So I got 11 from him. Then I got the Story Bomb. I got the Cubbies playing right now. Devers is in too. That one's in 31st. I'm sure that's not going to hold up. And then I had another Crochet over here. Crochet all day. And then this had 15 from Jose Altuve. Yordan Alvarez, pretty bad. Imanaga, excuse me. He's getting blown up. So this lineup's going to suck too. But those are my dailies. Let's go look at... Actually, before we do the leaderboard, too, I just wanted to give let's do some shout-outs. Let's do some shout-outs for some of the weekly winners. So I mentioned Ozzy Albies, right? He's got 75. I mean, depending on how much juice you got, how much percentage boost. Let's look at the leaderboard and see some of these bad boys. Yeah, see, he's got, he doesn't even have Albies in this one, but he got a 64 out of Jerks and Profar. Profar went, he had a double dong day yesterday, knocked 2 out of there. Contreras threw a pitch to Bregman's lower back yesterday. Oh, I missed that. I did not watch that game. Them late shots. That's right. Yeah, we went to Ireland. Yeah, let me just come on, man. We would just take a little shot of McGillicuddy's. I'll tell you actually a quick story about Ireland. I don't think I've told this on stream. And you guys feel free to make fun of me, and I think it's okay to share this because it's an international program, right? So when I was in Ireland, we were staying in this place called Dunleary, which is like 30 minutes south of Dublin. And it was right on the water. It was on this like beautiful pier thing that you could walk out to. And on the pier, they had all these different like food trucks or coffee trucks, some ice cream, whatever. And I went and got fish and chips one day from the food truck. Now, something about me that is probably not, I don't want to say problematic, but when I was overseas, when I was in like Germany and Paris and Amsterdam, when I was speaking to somebody who could not, when English wasn't their first language, sometimes I just like break up my English a little bit, take out some of those conjunction junctions. What's your function, right? Just kind of like break it down a little bit. It's a bad habit. I've had it forever. I try not to do it, but I just do. It feels like I do it sometimes, whatever. In Ireland, obviously we're speaking English, so it's not that much of a problem. But as you guys know, I do an Irish accent sometimes. It's not very good. It's not accurate, I don't think. Anyways, all that context to say, ordered fish and chips, and I'm waiting for it. Another guy comes to get his fish and chips. He's ordering, and he's next to me. Mine comes first, and he goes, "Oh, fucking enjoy it, mate." Right? And it was nice, good conversation. But I went, "You swell." And I ran away. I couldn't. I was so embarrassed. I went and listen. He didn't say anything. It fine. It passed. It passed the accent test. But I got out of there as fast as I could. I was so embarrassed. I went back and told my wife. My wife was like working from home in Ireland. It was so embarrassed. You swell, mate. I didn't say mate. I just said you swell. You swell. And then fucking ran away. And then the fish and chips were delicious. Was delicious. And then I crushed a couple of Guinness because I seriously, I was super embarrassed. Anyways, there we go. Let's go look at some of these leaderboards. So I should blow up these a little bit more. So I mentioned, Profar's double dong. We had Belly's been doing well again with one more game. Profar with one more game too. And then again, Scooble, he had Diaz here as their closer. So and Diaz did not pitch yesterday. So if the Mets put themselves like this lineup has room to run. I can't really catch up with these three and the closer. I guess I basically need Soto. I need Juan Soto to outball both Olsen and Profar, which unlikely. Any other match? I mentioned Chapman. You see Chapman here with 2 saves out of the 4 games. He had a good performance, but you're seeing a lot of the same stuff. Grisham, John Grisham, the novelist. He also He also hit a bomb yesterday, I think. There was a lot of the Yankees scored a ton of runs yesterday. So those are some of the names that are popping. Again, it's the not likely story, but it's just names that make sense, right? Because of where we are with like how many games everybody had. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat here. There was somebody else I wanted to point out here. I know Albie's had the 75. Where's our guy George Springer? Because I feel like Springer's numbers are huge too. Is he in the 70s as well? I don't have a Springer, but I thought it was in like maybe it moved around a little bit. I thought it was in one of these lineups here, but I think George Springer is in the 70s. He's had massive days recently, hitting some bombs. So shout out George Springer. That was another, and that's probably a lower owned play too. I don't know how many people were targeting the Blue Jays this game week, but a lot of high scores. Oh, we got our Turkish legend Cengiz in the chat. Let's go. Congrats on your Eurobasket win today. He got 73. Okay, thank you. You always think of Will Trent, huh? That's a good one. Also, Ross Trent. Shout out Lonely Island. Yeah, Springer killed the Twins. There's been some weird. Let's actually look at some of the scores from the last couple of days, because there's been some weird big crooked numbers. I mean, yesterday during we had some daytime baseball yesterday, and look at some of these numbers here. As the Yankees won 11-2, the Braves won 12-1. We mentioned the Twins and the Blue Jays got off to a hot start, right? I think Buxton hit home runs in his first two at bats, or his first and his third at bat. I can't remember. The Blue Jays were just kind of painting the leaderboard. You see the Mets there. The Royals dropped 12. But then if you go the night before, on Tuesday night, I believe the White Sox spanked them, right? Oh, no, that was 5-4. Maybe it was Monday night. There was one night where on another fantasy platform, I was a little overweight on the Royals because I was like, come on. Yeah, 7-0. I've also decided Colson Montgomery, I'm going to buy a jersey. I'm going to buy a Colson Montgomery jersey. That dude is incredible, huh? Just an incredible player. I feel like he hits a home run every time he plays, but he doesn't play against left-handed pitching. And does Colson Montgomery... Listen, obviously this is a pro so rare show. You know, we bleed so rare. We bleed sports NFTs on this platform. But listen, fellas, I need Colson Montgomery on here. Is he there? Survey says Colton's there. Colton. Okay, let's be honest, guys. Let's zoom in on Colton Gordon. All right, hold on. Wait, no, don't do that. Hold on. Let's Colton Gordon. Okay, we need to see this up close and personal. Okay, look at that face. Now, look at that face. All right, now you see this Colton Gordon, right? Now you tell me, does this look like Justin Verlander's shitty brother? Like and when I say shitty, I don't mean his actual brother, but he looks like he could play Justin Verlander's brother in like some NBC sitcom, right? Come on. Like he's divorced. Just not doing well, but funny. But he's got like a great sense of humor. Maybe he's a bartender. Is he a bar or no? Owns a bar, manages the bar. He doesn't own it, but he's a step up from bartending. This is Colton Verlander. But anyways, back to my point. Yeah, Dollar Store Verlander, alternate timeline JV. There we go. But more importantly, John, are you still in the chat? I need a Colton. Is it Colson? No, yeah, it's Colson. I need a Colson Montgomery card. And I need it in my gallery. I'm just kidding. I'll buy it. But let's get Colson out there. He's a legend. Come on. Not that we need to be minting a ton more, but let's get him. Yeah, okay. Justin Verlander, if he never met Kate Upton, A+. All right, we're a little too zoomed in. You guys want to take a look at I don't know. Actually, do you tell me? Do you guys have any good sweats going on? It seems to be a relatively high-scoring game week with all the teams that have 4 games, right? I mean, I'm at 289 right now and only in 13th. So definitely a high-scoring game week. But do you guys? I know Taylor said he had some sweats in the rare. We figured this out last time, right? There's a way. If I go to rewards, right? I can find another. That's my competitions, but there's a way to do all competitions, right? How do I do it? I forget how to do it. Do I click champion and then switch it to rare? Yes, there it is. I think I can do it like this, right? Yeah, first. Okay, so this is first in the rare. Okay, this is different. I was surprised to see Trevor's Story. Also, can we shout out Geraldo Perdomo? Perdomo's been perballing. Perdomo's been playing pretty well. Like he's honestly outside of what's his name? Corbin. He's been like their most consistent D bag. Oh, I missed the Seager news. Is Seager Dunzo? Shoot. Let me go back to Underdog MLB for my notifications. Corey Seager. Oh, appendectomy. Okay, but he's not dead. He'll be back. He'll be back. That's just a couple of days, right? Isn't appendicitis just a couple of days? I don't know. How often? I've never arenaed. I've never arenaed. I haven't. Only because I don't know why. I think my gallery's good enough to compete, but not like I don't know. But I've never arenaed. Anyways, back to this. So this okay. See me. Maybe I need to be playing in rare. This feels easier. Springer dropped 73. First place has 344. Wow. Shout out Mark Vientos. I think we just talked about Vientos in our last video, right? Except derogatory. Like we weren't saying, "Ooh, watch out for Mark Vientos, play of the week." I think we were saying, "Why isn't he good anymore?" Or maybe, actually, when I was in Germany, another Europe story. When I was in Germany at the wedding, there was this like diehard Mets fan, and I was proud of myself for knowing enough Mets stuff. I was like, "Hey." I honestly, I went deep into my bag of like the 5 Mets things I knew. Where it's like, what happened to Clay Holmes? Clay Holmes is pretty reliable there first half of the season, but seemed to really fall off the second half, huh? What happened to Mark Vientos? That was it. Those are my 2 news pieces. But Vientos balled this past game week, and then you see Yelich over there. Chapman, did you say you're in? Look at Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy right there. Look at this guy, Jurux and Profar. All right, so you got another Profar game. Kettle Marte's playing right now, so is Carvel. Kettle won. How about that? And then you still got Judge. Oh, you could have used the Chap. Your ass is Chap, too. Chapman should have been pitching in that game. I'll never forgive Cora for that. We don't need Steven Matt stuff. All right, Weisberg making sure to use capital letters here. He says on the Seager appendicitis can get very messy. Mets are saying they hope he'll be back. Wait, the Mets are saying it? Are you AI slop right here? Is this AI slop? The Mets? Grow up, Weisberg. He's a Texas Ranger. How dare you? How dare you? But anyways, hopefully Seager's back soon. Any other contests you guys want me to check? Do you guys have any sweats in the chat? Do we have a sweaty chat? And if not, if you guys don't have any other contests you want me to check, I'm happy to look at some lineups here. But I think what we'll do next is just kind of go. I'm just kidding, Mike. You're good. We'll go over some of this upcoming game week because I think it's going to be Cubby. I think we're going to be doing some Cubs. But I do have a sneaky stack for you this game week. I do. I got a sneaky stack. Although you real baseball heads might be like, that's not sneaky. We already knew. That's what we're going to do. Borland with a live update here said we got a Terang walk. There we go. Terangarang. Yeah, they got 2 guys on in the inning. You let me know when Corbin goes deep. I just saw the Astros scored a run. I'm not sure what happened there. Rocks are going to sweep. You think so? Well, they just lost the lead, right? The Rocks just lost the lead here. Man, my phone is going berserk. Let's see. Alvarez, we get a Christian Walker home run. Arizona Diamondback legend. We are really rooting for a Corbin Carroll bomb here. So let's make it happen. Let's see. How did the Cubs score their second run there? Dansby Swanson. Shout out Dansby Swanson. He went yad. All right, let's look at some of these. Oh, you're saying Rocks are going to sweep the Cubs. Sorry, that took me a second. Let's go over to the MLB. What is this called? Fantasy Pros. Shout out our guy Jump Shooty who put me onto this. And I think Hunter uses it for his pitching prospects as well too. So shout out Hunter as well. Shout them all out. So we're gonna go over here and we'll go matchup by matchup. One thing to note that's actually I was excited to talk about the Rangers, but that changes things a little bit because Texas is playing in Sacramento. They're playing in Sacramento against the Athletics, and that is like a minor league ballpark. So I was kind of excited. To maybe attack some of these Rangers, but now that's going to look a little different. But we'll wait till we get to Texas. We'll wait till we get there. But anyways, the Athletics are taking on Leiter, who I do think is beatable. Kelly, who's like pretty good, and then DeGrom, who obviously is ranked starting pitcher number 10 here. but I would go out and say, like, DeGrom has not looked like the bomb, you know? I feel like Jakob DeGrom is a little bit more beatable than he has been in the past. I don't think you want to go nuts. Like if you're playing the daily game, I'm not running out Soderbaum, Wilson, and Kurtz in a 3-man stack in the daily. But what I would say is if you were trying to play the Athletics, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to run them out over 3 games. The other thing is that I wonder how many people just look at this and see like, ooh, 27th matchup, but like how much of the Sonny Gray matchup on Monday is impacting that number? Again, Kelly's not a gas can by any means, and Leiter's been fine, but I do think you can get to some Athletics if that is what you're into. Then you got the D-backs here. They've got 3 games against the Dodgers. And that's a bad matchup. So I think Corbin Carroll is matchup proof. I will happily play him all the time, but they go against Blake Snell, Glasnow, and Yamamoto. So that's not ideal. Also, I forgot Aaron Nola back. I don't know. Is this Aaron Nola's first start back from injury? He's pitching today for the Philadelphia Phillies against the Braves. But then this weekend, the Braves look at this murderous row. This is like the bull case for the Phillies in the National League this postseason. Nola, Suarez, Sanchez, Luzardo. Like, good Lord. That is a brutal matchup for the Braves. So and I don't know, maybe these dummies, after seeing Profar go nuts, after seeing everybody go nuts on the Braves, maybe people are like, oh, we got to click them again. Ozzy Albies, 75. Okay. Maybe everybody clicks Albies again, but not you because you're tuned in. You see those matchups. The O's get the Giants. We don't know who's pitching yet tomorrow, but then it's Robbie Ray, Verlander, and Cease. Cease on, oh, no, I'm sorry. No, they don't get Cease. Of course not. It's 3 games. So it's Ray and then Verlander. Verlander definitely beatable, and Robbie Ray is either going to strike out 100 or walk 100, no in between. The one nice thing about Robbie Ray in this matchup is it's the Orioles, and I like on a free swinging team like the O's, I feel a little bit more comfortable firing that out. So I think that's good. The Bo Sox get the pesky Pirates here, but they are at home. They get Burrows on Friday, then they get Paul Skeenies on Saturday, and then Oviedo on Sunday. Again, I think this is pretty impressive that they have like the 10th best matchup, and yet Skeens is involved here. I do think you can still attack the Red Sox. I like that they're playing at home. Their offense seems to be able to beat anybody at this point. Obviously, Skeens is not ideal. I think you can find better spots, but if the Sox are going to go overlooked a little bit this weekend, I don't hate that idea. They are also getting 3 right-handed pitchers, and you've been seeing what they've been doing with Duran with Duran in the lineup. I know he got an off day today, but against lefties, he's hitting as low as 7th, usually like 6th or 7th. But getting 3 righties, I think him and Roman Anthony, pretty elite plays, even though one of them is Skeens. Outside of that, though, maybe Abreu's hurt. Maybe get 3 Yoshida games. But I'd probably, Story gets ticked down a little bit. So does Alex Bregman. I mean, you still play them, but here we go. This is the matchup of all matchups. Look at these dog shit pitchers here for the Colorado Rockies. The Cubbies get Herman Marquez. Is it Tanner? I imagine it's a Tanner Gordon, and then Dollander. Ranked 296, which I think is generous for Marquez, 405 and 415. I think you can go nuts with this. Now, the nice thing here is it's all 3 right-handed pitchers. And, wait, hold on. Taylor is saying this is the probable pitchers for the Rocks is wrong. It should be McCade, Brown. Brown is going Saturday, and Gordon Sunday, who has been fantastic lately. Also, Brown, I feel like I watched Brown, and he looked really good the first time through the lineup, and then the second time through the lineup, he got spanked. I forget who did he just pitch against. It's when they had Maniac mic'd up in the outfield. I forget who that was against. Was it the Pirates? Maybe it was the Pirates. Anyways, like they looked okay the first time through, and then kind of fell apart. Maybe I'm making all of that up. Either way, those are all righties, right? Brown is a righty as well. The reason I bring that up is because the Cubs have been doing this thing where Nico Horner will start on it was Skeens. There we go. Nico Horner will start against lefties. However, Michael Busch, unless Busch got hurt, right? Did Busch get hurt? I don't think he did. But Michael Busch usually leads off against righties. So depending on how Busch projects, like that's a pretty good fun. That's a fun one. Maybe Busch tapping the Rockies, but obviously Busch. This is elite for Kyle Tucker, elite for PCA, who's been kind of like they've been moving him around in the lineup. I even think like obviously Suzuki is going to be fine. Yuki Swanson, Swami, Samsonite. I was way off, but Swanson has been playing a lot better lately. There's been a little bit more pop in the bat. Did I say Ian Happ? I think I did. And then you can get further down the lineup too. But obviously, the Cubs are going to be everybody's first click. I don't think you should avoid them by any means. That's not what I'm saying, but they will be very popular. The White Sox here, I think this is where you can go for your pitching this weekend if you don't like, because we saw Crochet go today, so he's not going to be available. Skeens isn't in the best matchup. I mean, obviously, you're playing Skeens over these guys, but when you look at the Skanks, they're throwing out Rodon, they're throwing out Schittler, and then Gill. And Schittler just threw a gem against the Nationals this week. So I think he's fun. I don't know if he's got a so rare card. But I do think like Rodon becomes a really good play. Also, one thing to note with Rodon pitching, Montgomery probably won't play. That's a ding to the lineup. And also Luis Robert, looks to be out for the rest of the season, it sounds like. So that's two knocks to already pretty weak lineup. So I think Rodon, I know it says he's starting pitcher 35, but I like if we go back through this, I think ready, here's your hot take. I would pitch Rodon in this matchup over DeGrom. The Dodgers guys, you'd probably get to the Dodgers guys. Same thing with the Phillies, but I would take Rodon over the guys throwing for the Giants. Obviously, yeah, I don't know. I think Rodon's going to be a good play. Reds here. Let's talk about Cincinnati. They are at home to St. Louis. And again, this matchup doesn't look awesome, right? Liberatore, the lefty, is ranked 81st. Then you got McGreevy and then Piente. And if Piente's a little bit, is it Palente or Piente? I always do this. He doesn't get blown up a lot because he's a big ground ball pitcher. However, I think I like the Reds here. And this wasn't my sneaky stack. We'll get to my sneaky stack, but I like the Reds. I'm not scared of these matchups. They're at home in Great American Small Park. I think that's fine. I think you can get to the Reds. We can kind of look at what that matchup's. So you've got lefty, righty. Spencer Steer is probably going to project like super well in that first game. TJ Friedel in the second couple of games. Is McLean back and healthy too? But anyways, those Reds. Let's get to the Rockies. I don't know how many people are going to put the Rockies into lineups. Yeah, Ellie's not hitting a homer. Honestly, it feels like nobody from Cincinnati's hitting homers right now, Taylor. It's kind of weird. I feel like we haven't seen a De La Cruz highlight in quite some time. But I wanted to go. Oh, no, I skipped the Guardians, by the way. The Guardians of the Galaxy, they have a shit matchup, man. They got Curbs, Gilbert, and then Bryce Miller. So I don't know. I mean, like, Bryce Miller's beatable. Logan Gilbert's been, like, hot and cold the last, like, couple of weeks. But, I mean, no thank you. I don't want any part of the Guardians. The only hit, I know they got to Rasmussen a little bit yesterday, but I'm not scared of that lineup at all. And I know J. Ram sat that game yesterday to rest, but, again, I will happily fire. I probably will be pitching Gilbert. And I think I do have a Kirby as well. But I want to talk about the Rockies. So the Rockies get Horton, Tyon, and Boyd. I feel like we can play. I think we can play these guys, right? Abreu, another save. All right, let's get it. And I think people don't like playing Colorado, rightfully so, because Colorado is bad. But I don't think I'm scared of any of these guys. Oh, hold on. We got Padermo. He's down 0-2. I'm sorry. I had to pull up game day here just in case Carroll gets up with runners on base. But I think Colorado's playable, man. Boyd, Tyon limits damage. Boyd is pretty boomer bust. I feel like he's a better Robbie Ray at this point, where he doesn't have his control isn't as wild, but he's been blown up plenty of times. And I know the Rockies lineup isn't a sexy one, but Doyle's been hitting the ball really well lately. Freeman's fine. I don't know. I feel like you can get to some of these Rockies. Damn. Perdermo struck out. That means Corbin is going to be leading off the ninth. We're going to go to Gamecast for it when it's time. But I think the Rockies are a sneaky stack. And again, that's not one I'm talking about. But if you're just using Coors Field as a tiebreaker, especially ready, here you go. Let's put on our weather forecast. You can see Boyd getting bumped too. There you go. But let's put on the weather forecast here. You know, the cooler temperatures across the East Coast. I feel like we should put on a blazer. Hold on. Let's put on a blazer. Let's put on a blazer. Let's put on a blazer. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put on a blazer. This is why you get paid the big bucks here. Cooler temperatures coming across the East Coast here, Jim, and that's actually going to elevate the mountains of Denver, right? Because if it's getting cooler everywhere else, it's only going to make the ballpark in the Rockies that much more enjoyable for both baseball fans and the hitters. All right, back to you, Jim. There you go. There you go. Very good stuff here. We're multi-talented, multifaceted. But anyways, yeah, I think Colorado could be like a fun little stack there. Was that worth me getting the blazer for 10 seconds? I don't know. We'll never know. We'll never know. But if Nico's watching, I want to raise for that. That was basically 2 characters in one. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to life, back to reality. The Tigers, the Detroit Tigers, who honestly, like a little bit disappointing this game week against the Athletics. I kind of thought they were going to pop a little bit more in that stadium. Saw a little bit of it, but not enough. They now head to Kansas City, and they get Waka Waka Waka. Seth Lugo and Noah Cameron. I mean, whatever. All of those guys are beatable, but nobody that I'm really excited about. The Stros here. The Astros stay at home, and they get Tyler Anderson, which is like juicy for the Carlos Correas, the Jeremy Peñas of the world. Because I think he's a lefty that's beatable. And then Yordan Alvarez, we can just go ahead and book this now, is going to hit a home run on Saturday. He's going to hit a home run off Hendricks. And then Soriano, pretty hit or miss. He's been stretched out quite a bit. Pause. He's been pitching a little bit better too. Maddie says Mike writing off his wardrobe tax. Dude, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We write it all off, baby. As I mentioned, the Royals are taking on the Tigers, and that's got Paddock, Flaherty, and Scoobs. So I don't think you're going there at all. Question of the chat, mainly Taylor, since he seems to be locked in on pitchers getting bumped. You any nerves here about Scooble not pitching on Sunday? You think he gets bumped at all? All right, let's go to the Angels are taking on the Astros, and you got McCullers, the frisbee thrower. You got Javier, who does just not look good, and then Spaghetti Arrighetti. So I think you can get to the Angels if you want. Trout hasn't hit a home run since 2004. However, Zach Neto and Joe Adell have picked up the pace there, and unfortunately, not against any lefties. So maybe you get Nolan Schanuel, Shanugi. Yeah, but anyways, I think the Angels could be a little bit of a sneak, but I'm not going out of my way to play them, but I don't hate the Angels there. The Dodgers, they get Gallen, Rodriguez, and I mean, like, obviously, if you have Ohtani, you play Ohtani, Mookie, Freeman, whatever, but they're not my faves. They're not my faves. The Miami Marlins, right? So they start the 4-game set against the Mets tonight, but tomorrow they get Tong, then Peterson, then Senga. One thing I will say, these Mets are not scary right now. I don't think Miami has enough pop in their lineup to get me excited, but I'm not scared of Tong, Peterson, and Senga. Tong, correct me if I'm wrong, is he like the young prospect here that they just called up? Because that's how dire the Mets situation was. They're just like, dude, like, can we find some 19-year-olds? I think that's him. I might be wrong. Thank you. I enjoy the one as well. All right, we get the Brew Crew breakthrough. They get the Biebs. Wait, is Biebs healthy? Is this Bieber's first start? Is this Bieber fever? I thought he was done. Oh, tong. That's a good bit. We'll put that right next to McGillicuddy's. But anyways, the Bieber fever, Barrios and Gaussman. I mean, it's at Toronto. I think, all of those guys have been pretty beatable. Gaussman has looked pretty pedestrian lately. I think you can get to, I don't know. I'm not forcing it. I'm not forcing the Brew Crew. That was the second start. Okay, good. I was not too far off then. The Twinkies. All right. So honestly, the Twinkies here, So I am not scared of Nestor Cortez Jr., a lefty. Dude, so Buxton, right? Buxton gets Cortez, Pavetta, and then maybe bullpen game on Sunday. Maybe Buxton one off. I'd probably stay away from Wallner and Larnach. That's probably it. There. Sorry, we had the fantasy football league filled. There we go. Good news. Got emails from sleepers. We full. All right, let's keep going. But it does seem like the Twins next week get the White Sox. So you might not be playing them this weekend, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, you'll be excited to get them against the White Sox. The Mets, on the other hand, so they got a great matchup tonight against Mazur. Hopefully, Juan Soto goes bombo. And hits one out. Then they get Yuri Perez, Cabrera, and Sandy Alcantara. So not the most exciting stuff, but it's not bad. Not bad, right? Not bad. Let's do the Skanks. So this is a great weekend again for the Yankees. So keep firing them up. They got Gomez, Smith, and Perez. Man, they should eat. This is a good weekend for Bellinger and Jazzy Jeff Chisholm. I think Jazz sat a game recently. So I feel comfortable that he's going to play all three. I do wonder, though, if we see like Stanton hasn't been playing regularly. Did we get a Yankees lineup yet, BT Dubs? Let's see. We got plenty of time. So I don't know why I'm apologizing to you dummies. All right. We still don't have the Yankees lineup. All right. I'm pulling up here. Is it top of the bottom of the eighth, 2 outs? Okay. I'll let you know when it's Corbin Carroll time. I will let you know. All right, I got sidetracked. Anyways, the Yankees are going to be in a great matchup. Great matchup for the Yanks. Phillies, they get Bryce Elder, Chris Sale, and Spencer Strider. Probably not touching the Phils this weekend. The Buccos, okay, I low-key like the Pirates this weekend. They get a massive park upgrade. Dustin May, for whatever reason, is listed as top a honey. No, thank you. If you're scared of Lucas Giolito, after being Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Giolito to start the season, he's been a lot better. He's been a lot better since like June or something. So Giolito's not the best matchup, but I'm not scared of May. And I mean, Walker Buehler just should be in Pawtucket. I know they don't play in Pawtucket anymore, but I wish they did. He should be in the minors. So I do think all right, sorry. I do think that you could get away with some Pirates, and I think that'll be under-owned. And if you don't want to do that for the full weekend, I think some daily slate Buccos, some daily slate Pirates. Why not? All right. We got Corbin Carroll leading off the ninth. Let's get a Corbin bomb, please. All right, let's keep going. We left off with the Pirates. Our guy Borland in the chat says stackity pads. So you got Zebby Matthews, very beatable. Kane and Abel on Saturday, and then Taj Bradley, man. Bradley had like 2 really good starts, I think, this year, and then has been so bad since then. So I full agreement here with Borland. I think the dads are going to be a good stack. Get your Fernando Tatis. Can we get to, did Jake Cronenworth get hurt? I don't think so. I don't think he did. But it's 3 righties, so he's a good player. Are there any other righty mashers on the Padres, or is it just Cronenworth? Am I missing a lefty there? Ryan O'Hearn? Because Laureano is the one that smokes lefties, right? Is it O'Hearn that smokes righties? They just took all the platoon hitters from the O's. Anyways, all right, let's keep going. At the bottom of the alphabet here, the San Francisco Giants. They got Dean Kramer, Rogers, and Sagano. I'm not very excited about the Giants. I know they've had a better showing this past game week. I mean, I think it's like one-off. I don't think you're going full stack. Devers seems to have woken up a little bit, so that's good. Mariners here get Logan Allen and Gavin Williams and BB. So I think, like, if you were already playing Cal Raleigh, of course, like, you're not going to not play him because of those matchups. But I don't think you're going out of your way to, like, oh, we need to get a Rosarena, J-Rod. I don't think you're trying to get everybody in there. The Cardinals, they get Lytle, Abbott, and Sanger. Again, park upgrade, getting to play in Cincinnati here. But I don't know. The Cardinals kind of suck. I don't like playing the Cardinals. But let's get to the sneaky stack. I think Tampa Bay is a sneaky stack this game week. Unfortunately, they get Parker on Friday, who's a lefty, which I don't love. But then they get Irvin and Borland's guy, Brad Lord. So two righties. If somehow, and like this is something you can decide on Friday when we get the lineup, because we should get that lineup early in the day. If Brandon Lau is playing, is it Lau or Lowe? Lowe. It was Nate Lau, Brandon Lowe, or Brandon Lau, Nate Lowe. Who cares? If he's playing on Friday, he's going to play the whole weekend. And I think you could get to Lowe. You could do the other Lowe if you wanted, Josh. Caminero is a great play. Yandy Diaz has had a really good season. I mean, he's not a big home run guy. I think he's got like 20 or 21 on the year. But I think you could go do that. I kind of think the Rays are going to be super under-owned on weekends where like the Yankees are massive plays, the Cubs are massive plays. Like I don't know. I don't know how people are feeling about it, but I think the Rays could be a very under-owned and very cheap stack. All right. I see McGee is still pitching for the Brew Crew. Corbin Carroll is 1-2. Yeah, Wander Franco, if you have any prison cards, like maybe you or a prison league, you can fire that up. But I don't know if he's going to be touching the majors. We need Corbin. Come on. We need a Corbin bomb. I need everybody to put that together. 1-2 count still. Man, McGee just threw a 77-mile-an-hour curve. That is a slow curveball. But yeah, I think the Rays stack is a little intriguing. I think we could have some fun with that. We'll look up some price points on these here in a moment, and then I'll build some of my lineups. And then I don't know what we're going to do for another 40 minutes, but if you guys have stuff, please put it in the chat. Oh, Corbin battling here, just fouling off curves. All right, so we get the Texas Rangers. So with no Seager for the foreseeable future, right? They get Springs, Lopez, and Gin. Aviation. How many lefties? 2 lefties, like a Garcia, like a great play. I don't think you can get to Corbin struck out. I don't think you can get to Jock Jams. I don't think you can play Jock Peterson with 2 lefties. I don't think that's going to work. Wyatt Langford. What's his name? Josh Junks. Yeah, baby. Go Bulls, Borland. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. You know what? The New York Alumni Association or the USF New York Alumni chapter is actually having a watch party like 2 blocks from my apartment. But I can't go because I gotta go host trivia after this, which is why we might end closer to 5:30. Yeah, Garcia's been hot too. He looks good. Am I missing any? Is Josh Jung? Is he a lefty masher? All I'm thinking of is Garcia and Langford right now. I'm too devastated by that Carroll strikeout. Not only did we not get any Carroll points, but we lost a freaking point. Anyways, let's keep going. We get the Blue Jays here. The BJs take on Peralta, Woodruff, and Misiorowski, which kind of sucks. They're limiting him quite a bit. I don't think you can play him. And then the Natties get Hauser, Pipois, and Seymour. I don't think you're playing the Natties. James Wood has been struggling. I actually like CJ Abrams better than I like Wood right now. I don't know. That's just where I'm at. But all right, put it in the chat. Who are your favorite stacks for this game week? Who are your favorite sticky stackies? And then I'm going to put this up here too to remind you, we're giving away a pair of Major League Baseball tickets. Like the stream, subscribe. Hashtag Sorare MLB into the chitty chat. Put that in there. And then before we start building some lineups and looking in the marketplace, let me just do a second to plug some stuff. If you aren't following us already, we do a ton of NBA and fantasy sports content. You know what? Let's just drop the link, bro. You can find us over at the NBA Bit, which, we're on a little bit of a hiatus right now as we get ready for the new NBA season. But go subscribe so you're ready to go. And then I'll share our Elite Fantasy Sports channel where we do all things so rare, a little bit of underdog as well over there. And I say all things so rare. I'm not sharp enough to talk about the foosball, but I will go direct you to our guy, Andrew Laird. But go check I forgot I'm logged into the So Rare account, putting that stuff in there. But yeah, go check out the Elite Fantasy Sports channel. That's where you'll find more of our So Rare content too. So go check that out. And then, yeah, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag So Rare MLB. So you get a shot at some MLB tickets, baby. All right, let's go look at the marketplace. Let's go. We need a drop for this, I think. In the future, we need a drop. Let's go to the marketplace. something like that, some tunes. And let's kind of go, let's kind of look at those stacks right now, because I do think if we go to manager sales, we're not going to look at pitchers, but we can do pitchers in a little bit. And then let's sort by Rangers. Let's sort by Texas Rangers. And just a reminder, Seager Baber is not going to be playing because he had his appendix out. And as Weisberg told us, that could be a sticky situation. Eovaldi back on the IL. I forget who put that into the chat earlier. Kumar Rocker, full gas can. We're not trying to get him. We got Lighters pitching this weekend. So is Dick Rome. Merrill Kelly's pitching this. Oh, wait, I clicked starting pitcher and relief pitcher. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. Let's go corner infielder, middle infielder, outfield. Let's do this again. My bad, guys. Josh Smith. Find him for less than $1. I'm not really trying to get Josh Smith. Evan Carter on the IL. That would have been a fun one. I forgot Berger, too. Let's get Berger back in there. Higashioka went deep yesterday. Jock Jams, he went deep. But as I mentioned, 2 lefties, so that's not as enticing. Simeon, too. All right, so Josh Jung, we can young it up. Ezekiel Duran, I think he's been playing a little bit more lately. Garcia, as we mentioned, look, I've never seen that color. Garcia with a big score yesterday. Wyatt Langford, and then Tavares, I guess. But I honestly, this is a Garcia Langford 2-man stack, I think. Right? Garcia Langford 2-man stack. I think that's it. I think that's all you're doing there. Let's go to the Tampa Bay Rays, though, because that was the one I was a little bit more excited about. That was the one I jived with that one a little bit. All right, sorry, we're keeping track of how many people have paid me. All right, we've got, so I mentioned Josh Lowe here. You can get him as low as 70 cents. Christopher Morel, nope, that's not going to be doing it for us. Yandy Diaz, $1.23. Brandon Lowe, $1.75. Jake Magnum's been playing a little bit. Is he a rookie? Yeah, this is his rookie card. He's been hitting at the bottom of the order. Lately, but he's got pretty good speed. And then, listen, we mentioned Caminero. And then Simpson, dude. Simpson, man, would love for him to not strike out 100 times, but that's what he did yesterday. That's what he did yesterday, was strike out a bunch of times. So I don't know if you're going to get to the Rays. Let's look at Borland's suggestion of the Padres over here. So let's look at the daddies. I don't know why I did that. Is Gavin Sheets out there playing? Gavin Sheets might be. Anybody still in the chat who's locked in with the Padres? Because I wonder if Gavin Sheets is a play. He's a lefty, right? He's a lefty. He might smoke one. Hold on. Wait, did he send? All right, there we go. All right, let's keep going. Luis Arias. Sorry, took me a second. All right, Jake Cronenworth. That's the one that I was excited about. $1.05 Bishop. I think a big lefty against a righty is good. Merrill would have been fun. And then Ryan O'Hearn. We can get to Ryan O'Hearn. Fernando Tatis being the most expensive of that stack. Let's go see if the Cubs have gotten a little bit more expensive. So Justin Turner, I see, has been playing a little bit more. I think if you're getting lefties, I'd be more excited about Turner. Hold on. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'd be a little bit more excited about Turner if it was against lefties, but because we are getting the righties, I think I'm more excited about him. Oh, Laureano. Yeah, but will Laureano's right-handed though, right? And Sheets is left-handed. I just wonder if we get the Sheets because it's all righties. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Shit. What did I just do? What did I do? Oh, I just deleted the filter. Sick, Zakarian. Let's go back to the Cubbies. Let's go back to the Limiteds. And let's get rid of the starting pitching and relief pitching. All right, so PCA. PCA down here at 489. Tucker at 1168. All right, so these are probably a little inflated knowing we get the Cubbies. You can get a Suzuki previous season here for $178. You got Bush. I do think I kind of want the Bush. Yikes. I'm going to go to an instant buy and I'm going to see if I can get an in-season. I'm going to stop sharing screen so you can see me. Let's see what Bush here, 326. Sure, why not? Michael Bush, welcome aboard. Welcome to the Bush party. Is there a stack you guys are interested in that I haven't really talked about yet? I feel like those are the main ones. There was another one I thought that I was kind of intrigued by, and I was like, that's not even the sneaky stack. Maybe we should look at the Angels. The Angels of Anaheim, of Los Angeles, of Anaheim, of California. However they say that dumb thing. All right, here we go. We got the Bush. Let's go back to manager sales. Let's go back to the Angels. See what we got. All right, so wow, Tim Anderson. I did not know Tim Anderson was still in the league. We got Kyron Paris. Don't know who that is. Miguel Rojas. Travis d'Arnaud. Nolan Chanel's on the IL. That's no good because we're looking for lefties. Solaire's still hurt. All right, Yoan Makata. Ready? There we go. You're going to get a Yoan Makata bomb. It's coming. Yoan Makata bomb is coming. I don't know who Kevin. Well, I know Kevin Newman. Logan O'Hoppy Doppy. Okay, he's a lefty masher. I still like Neto. Why are you showing me Conforto? Why are you showing me Oh, because Los Angeles. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That they're. I don't mean the Dodgers. The Dodgers. We got. So there we go. Let's go. What's up, baby? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. Borland says Paris was a T1 at one point. Oh, damn. I did not know that. All right. I don't know. Anybody else you guys want to look at, or should I just start building some lineups here? Should we start building? Also, if you're just getting here, all you got to do, you want a chance at winning some baseball tickets, baby? All you got to do is like the stream. Although if you're on Twitch, I don't know if it's stream liking, but if you just put hashtag Sorare MLB into the chat, gives you a shot at winning some tickets. So get in there. All right, let's stop sharing that. Let's get back into the lab. Let's build some lineups. And then I'll let the chat. This is what we'll do. I'll let the chat build the first one, and then I'll build this, and I'll build my own after that. Okay, I'll build my own after that, and I'll see if I agree or disagree. I'll let you see my gallery. Let's go to my cards. Oh wait, let's see if I can craft. 92 away from crafting. Gosh darn it, we were so close. All right, let's do my lineups. Man, my voice is killing me, and I got to host trivia tonight. That's going to be a problem. Actually, hold on. Let's see if there's any update. I probably dropped down with the Abreu save. Oh, no, we're still in 12th. But this Abreu save bumped me to 142 with the Braves. All right, we might can we get 2 top honeys? Probably not. Would be cool to win some stuff, though. All right, let's build a lineup. Man. We need a tea sponsorship or maybe a honey sponsorship. John, get on the horn, John. All right, let's go to the champion. That's the closest to football content you're going to get here. All right, so here are our starting pitcher options. Hopefully, we're able to scan all the starting pitchers. We got Nick Pivetta, Big Dick Nick Pivetta, taking on the Twinkies. We got Ranger Suarez. We got Scooble Dooble Doo. We've got Sanchez. We got DeGrom, who technically projects better than Scooble. I don't know if I buy it. We got Krim Creamer. We got Hunter Brown here against the Angels. We got Carlos Rodon. We got Logie Gilbert. We got Ryan Pepois, Soriano, Danner Beebe, Boyd, Dustin May, Waka Waka Waka, Verlander, Ray, Zach Gallen, Senga, Liberatore. So, I didn't even know I had Spencer Arrighetti. And then Andres Payente. So what do you guys want to do? Where do we go with the pitcher? We go to Scoobs? Do we go Scoobs, Gilbert, or do we go with my hot take earlier of Mr. Rodon? Where would you guys like to go for the starting pitcher? You guys have to decide. You're building this bad boy. You are building this bad boy. But tell me what to do, baby. What are we going to do here? Chat is saying, all right, Gilbert. All right, Borland's going Gilbert. He likes the Mariner matchup against the Guardians. Maybe we get J-Ram rest day again. That would be cool. Now, let me ask you this. So when we look at the relief pitcher, we've got Piente, who I usually save these for the daily game. We got Munoz, who pitched yesterday, has an off day today, right? But then now 3 games against the Guardians. So do we go him? We go Abreu, who got 2 saves over the last 3 days, I think. Do we go Chapman, who got the day off today and gets the Pirates? The Red Sox should be favored in 2 of those 3 games. I imagine the Mariners are favored in all 3. Astros should be favored in all 3. We've got Mason Miller. We got Hoffman of the BJs. We got Jansen over there. We also got Cade Smith. Am I missing anybody else? Kirk Curring, Isaac Matson. Where do you guys want to go there? Is it just Munoz? We stack them up? All right, you're saying Scooble. You're too late, though. We already got Gilby in there. We'll do Scooble in the next one. Do you guys stack them up here? My take is either Munoz or Chapman. But I think with the Skeens matchup, maybe we just go Munoz because I think the Mariners should be in good shape in all of those. So maybe we do a little Seattle stack. All right, when we look at our corner infielders, we got Roman there with the 24, Cal Raleigh with the 23. But you see Judge here projects for 36 against the White Sox. And let's look at the Cubs. And then Suzuki projects for 32. So maybe instead of a full, I don't know. What do you guys think is more unique? Do you think it's more unique? And this is what I was saying that I would love if we could have, whether it's a third-party site or available on So Rare somehow. Like, I would love to see after this weekend how many people who owned Cubs played like full stacks, played full. Wait, did this really just happen? Micah Parsons got traded to Green Bay. Is that real? I'm trying to scour Twitter, but what I saw was freaking Mark Teixeira's running for office or something dumb. Wow, Micah Parson to be traded, 4-year, 188. Wow, Packers fans. Wow, that's huge. That's huge. Cowboys are so dumb, dude. Cowboys are so dumb. Anyways, okay, but what I would like to know about the Cubs, back to baseball, what I would like to know about the Cubs is, like, are the majority of teams that play Kyle Tucker also playing PCA and that's it? Are they playing Kyle Tucker and that's it? Or are most teams stacking all of them? Like running out? Because what I would like to do is either play a one-off or a full stack, I think. I feel like most of them are probably doing 2-man stacks. Like, I think what would be different, I bet like a lot of people aren't playing, like Michael Busch is probably the unique one in this roster build, right? Let me just look at hitters total. Because I think what most people are going to do, like, wow, Kyle Tucker projects for 44. But like Michael Busch, 25, PC, like I think we just do a full Cubs stack here. I think we do. I think that's what's going to be unique. I think we throw, and I say we play, I think we do them all. I didn't realize Mike, and like, see, this is saying Nico Horner. I think Michael Busch is going to start. Yeah, I think we do it. I think we go Tucker here. Petey, and then Bush there. And then maybe we do a one-off for the middle infielder instead of playing Horner. But again, these are like, it's like the juiciest of matchups here. We could run one off with Cal Raleigh. We could run off with Jazzy Jeff, but I don't think I want to do that. Sager, for whatever reason, projects for 28. Spooky bets. Wow, not a lot of middle infielders projecting well in my gallery. Maybe we just do a full one. I just don't think Horner's going to play. Maybe we throw Mookie in there. Or no, Cal Raleigh. I'm not doing a Seattle stack. So maybe we just do that. Maybe we just do that right there. And again, I might not keep these. We got more information. Yeah, it is kind of nuts. The Dallas down bad. What did Green Bay give back in the trade? Do we know? Do we know yet? That's crazy. All right, we're going to confirm this, but again, I'm sure I'll switch this 100 times, but I want to build one more. And let's try to do it. Wow. I just got a sharp ass pain in my stomach. Whoa, guys, that was crazy. Woo! That was wild. All right, let's I feel like I just got stabbed. Speaking of appendicitis, am I going full Seeger on you? Am I going full Seeger? Maybe we need to put the blazer back on. That was crazy. All right, so let's put. Okay, this is my one complaint here right now. Why is Munoz still showing up? Is he still there? Why is Munoz still showing up? Come on, guys. Don't make me remember who I played. Oh, it's in the filters. Okay, nope, I take it back. That was my bad. All right, so in this time, let's get Scoobs in there. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Let's throw Abreu. Let's throw Abreu in this one. And now let's just try to home run hunt a little bit. And maybe some Rays. I don't know. Let's get the Yanks in there. 36 is fun. 36 is fun. And then do we go full Yankee stack or do we just cherry pick? We were saying the middle infielder is pretty gross. So maybe we just throw that in there. Let's see what Bellinger projects for too. And then maybe we'll just do Bellinger. We'll do Soto in there. And then we'll find another. Let's find another. We're going to build 3 because I wanted to do a Rodon one. Let's see. Maybe Langford one-off. We were talking about how we like the Rangers. Maybe a Langford one-off right there. Fun. Rangers are going to be in a good spot. But now let's get into let me sort something, actually. I want to see, what do I have for Rays right now? We've got Simpson. Oh, you know what? I have. All right, I'm not going to do it right now. I forgot I have Brandon Lau vaulted. I forgot that. 2 first-round picks, man. You know, it's just so nuts, dude. Like, what's their best case scenario for 2 first-round picks is getting Micah Parsons, right? Like, that's what a poorly run organization. What a poorly run organization. All right, let's check in on some baseball scores here. And then we can talk about whatever you guys want. We get some more time here. What do you guys want to get into? Also, is it happy hour time? Should I grab a drink? It was 5 o'clock. Is it happy hour? No, we won't. We're on the clock. Bush just hit a home run not too long ago. See, that's what I'm telling you, dude. I'm trying not to be perverted. I'm just saying we're pro Bush. All right, let's go back over here. Oh, I forgot I was on. Today's Thursday. All right, so the Brewers end up falling down there to the Diamondbacks, 6-4. All right, so we only have 1 game left. What are our over-under? Oh, no, we don't have those listed. Let's go pull up the box score here of the Cubbies and the G-Men. And, yeah, what did you say? It was Bush that just bushed it on out of here? Adames homered again? Willie Adames, double dong Damas. Bush homered. All right, so where did they have Bush hitting here? Because who is pitching? All right, so they had Bush leading off. Wow, okay, so they still had Nico Horner hit 5th. So I guess Nico and Happ hit 4th because they gave the day off to Suzuki. So I think you could get away with a lot of Cub stacks here. I think that's the way to differentiate. I think there's going to be plenty of so rare lineups that are going to play one Tucker. There's going to be plenty so rare lineups that play Tucker and PCA. And then I think the other common one will be Tucker, PCA, Suzuki. I think the way to differentiate, if you're like dead set on playing Cubs in Colorado, is to overstack. I think whether getting Bush and Horner, Hornball, Happ, I don't care. Just like get a 4th one in there. I think that's the way to do it. Or you just say, hey, what if Carlos Rodon outscores Scooby-Doo? You know? What if that happens? Then we're good. All right, hold on one second. I need to double check one thing while we're doing this. quickly. Okay, so just waiting for that one. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. We're multitasking. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. All right. Sorry. Okay, cool. We're good. What else you guys want to get into? Do you guys have any Sorare MLB questions? We can see how the playoff standings have changed here since we've last spoken. We'll go to the standings. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a quick break here so I can refill some water and maybe get some tea while we're at it, because my throat is killing me. Let's see, what kind of video break can we do here that won't get us in trouble? That also won't. What's the other thing? I can't play that. I'll just give you the live before lock. We're going to give you the live before lock. We're going to take like a one. This is the one problem about streaming solo. I'll be back in 10. No, it's going to be 20 seconds, maybe less than that. Ready? There we go. How about the video? We haven't seen a video in a long time. Maddie said you should do a show where you check the marketplace every morning. Yeah, there we go. The You Can't Tell Me What to Do, I was nervous was not going to take enough time. So that's why. Let's go. What did I say we're going to do? Oh, yeah, check some standings here. We'll check some standings here. All right, so the Blue Jays here. 3.5 game lead, right? And I don't think they play tonight. What did we say? It was like Yankees, Mets, Phillies, right? That's it. So that's pretty good. Sox are catching up. I believe we did say, though, the Blue Jays have one of the easier schedules the rest of the way. Sox a little bit trickier. Blue Jays have been playing pretty good baseball. So there's that. Skanks are 1 game behind the Red Sox. And I don't know, do the Red Sox and Yankees play each other again, or is that it? Let's see. Do the Red Sox and Yankees play each other again? No. Oh, yes. The Boston Red Sox and the Yankees will play each other again September 12th to the 14th. Man, I was at Fenway. I was really hoping the Sox were going to be in Boston this coming week. Not this weekend, but next weekend. But I think they're playing the Diamondbacks because we're shipping off to Boston. Not this weekend, but next weekend, which I'm excited about because you guys probably know this, but well, obviously I'm from there. But my buddy Peter Overzet is going to be on freaking the broadcast for the Friday night football week 1. He's flying out to LA. He's going to be in studio with like Derek Carr, I think Scott Hansen, and no, maybe not Scott Hansen, Kay Adams, maybe. But anyways, I'm going to watch week 1 football with my best friend, staying with him for the weekend. Excited to do that. New tradition for us old men. And yeah, we did. We got a Micah Parsons stuff before the Warriors. You're right. Anyways, back to baseball here. So Sox and Yankees have 1 more series left. We mentioned the Central's pretty much locked up with the Tigers running away with it. And then the Mariners kind of breathing down the Astros' neck here with just a 2-game lead. Rangers still kind of hanging around, but a blow to the self-esteem there with Seager missing some time. The Mets hanging on for dear life. Phillies have a 4-game lead on them now. Mets actually 7-3 in their last 10. They've started to turn the ship around since bringing the young gun up, who's throwing tonight, this weekend. The Brewers now have a 6-game lead over the Cubbies, who Cubs need to win tonight. And then in the West, the Wild West, the Dodgers and the Padres, 2 games separating the two. But when we go to the wild card, Sox here have a 1-game lead over the Yankees for the top wild card spot. And then it's the Mariners who have a 3-game lead over the Royals. So some games to be played and magic to be had, but it looks like that's how it's going to come down. That's going to look like, Jesus Christ, why can't I talk? That's what it's going to look like. I'm excited. I'm getting excited for playoff baseball. I will say, not to go full Sorarian, but this did get me excited about baseball again because I kind of absolved myself of fandom after the Red Sox traded Mookie Betts. And then I dabbled a little last season, but then this season got more into Sorare MLB. And that got me following along a little bit more. And then I bet you guys are even surprised how knowledgeable I sound at this point. I mean, I was able to tell you that the Mets guy was going to be he was young, that he just got called up because they were desperate. I was talking about Mickey Maniac doing outfield interviews the last time Brown pitched. Come on. Crazy. But what else do you guys have for me? Anything else you want to get into here as we get ready to wind down this upcoming game week? Are there anything you guys are targeting right now? Any plays? Like, are you guys buying anything? Like, what's everybody getting into? I just went on a shopping spree. I think I'm done. And I'm not trying to say like now's the right time to buy or anything like that. There we go. Now we're setting ourselves up for a drop. For the real ones that have been fans of the Zakarian show for a while, you know what's about to happen. And if you're not, this is your first time. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? There you go. For those that it's your first time, welcome to the Not Financial Advice. Welcome to it. Firm Wico says soccer. Listen, I would love to be smart enough to do a deep dive on soccer. All I can tell you right now, as a very casual fan, Man United fans are pissed. Welcome to Wrexham. Wrexham is off to a shaky start in the championship. That's it. That's all I got. I am such a box score watcher when it comes to football. I would love to be. I just can't. I can't. I'm a basketball junkie, and then I'm a pretty big football fan, NFL fan, and then I try to get into soccer, but it is too much for me to dive into so rare soccer. I would love to. I just don't have the brain capacity to. It feels a little overwhelming for someone that is a self-proclaimed casual. It's a little bit trickier. But I would love to. But anyways, unless you have some advice, if you have some advice for me to get in, I would love to. Maybe I'll make Andrew Laird let me come on his show, and then I'll just yell at Laird about who I want to draft. Do you think that would work? Do you think that would be good content? Let's see. What else you guys got? All right, hold on one second. Sorry, we're multitasking again. Let's do it. All right. What do you guys have? What's the chat? Hell yes. There we go. Firm's with me. Firm, where are you coming to us from? Where are you located, sir? Where are you located? I think I said this in the last show, and I apologize if this is a repeat. One of the funnier things that I learned when I went to Paris a couple of weeks ago, I was staying right outside So Rare headquarters. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know it, but I was right outside So Rare headquarters. They didn't invite me in. I tried. Oh, you're in California. Hell yeah, man. I'm in New York, coast to coast, baby. Coast to coast. What league are you the biggest fan of? Because I assume since you asked if we were talking about soccer, that you play the So Rare soccer game. What league are you in on? I tried. When they announced the Premier League, I tried to really get into it, and I failed. I failed hard. I really tried. But I failed. Let me go pull up my lineups here. Let's go see if the leaderboards, see if anything's changed. It'd be cool if I could craft some Essence stuff. Maybe I'll go check out the Common Marketplace. The Common Marketplace, I do think is kind of cool that this exists. I don't know. They didn't do this for the NBA, right? Did they do this for the NBA last season? I don't think so. Let's go. Well, how much are these Cubs? I have 758. Let's go get some Cubs. Let's go get some Cubs. What's King Tuck at? It's going to be all the way at the bottom, right? Boosh. PCA's 246. Did I scroll by him? Skagook. Where's King Tucker? How many times am I going to? Oh, there he is. 734. That's expensive. Who cares? Who cares? Welcome aboard, baby. King Tuck. How are you guys using your commons? I think I mentioned this last show, but I've been you're just sticking to MLS. Cool. Hell yeah. LAFC or LA Galaxy? See, that I at least know that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, how are you guys messing around with the commons? I haven't been playing the game weeks. I've just been doing the dailies with that. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Multitasking. Is this good content? Is this what you guys are hoping for? Is this what you were hoping for this sick content? Me just me typing. We did it though. We covered the game week. We covered the upcoming game week. Still working on guests for future shows. That'll happen eventually. We're not there yet. You play comment. Ooh, okay. I like rarely do the All-Star. I don't know why. I just don't like wasting them in the All-Star when I can use them into the daily, which is dumb. Okay, you're an LAFC baby. Hell yeah. Like let's see, what did I play? But I think I just played. What did I do here? I played, because I haven't looked at my other ones. It's just left. Oh, Challenger. Like we had Brian Reynolds there. Actually, that's not too bad. 491st. This one finished. What was the other one? 2,476 and 67. That's not good. Oh, okay. I did play an All-Star. I played 2 All-Stars or just one? Just one. But it was pretty bad. Luke Weaver didn't pitch. This is pretty bad. Pretty bad all around. Maybe we can build one for the next one, though. I can't believe I might win some money. It's an easy way to use regular season cards that don't make champ. Yeah, that's true, too. I just like having the access for them for daily. You know what I'm saying? I like having it for daily. Oh, wait, no, we not minors. We want All-Star, right? Oh, man. I can tell I'm still in vacay mode. My voice is not back and ready for action here. Let's see. I usually will use starting pitchers that I normally won't use. Maybe we throw Blake Snelly in there. I don't know. Or let's throw Rodon. Rodon's going to be a baller. We can throw in, I feel like I won't end up using Mason Miller. Cade Smith. We'll use Cade Smith. Oh, I mentioned the Reds. Let's see. What Reds do I have and how are they projecting? So Friedel, I think these are misprojected. I think the Reds, okay, 21, 19, and 18. I think Friedel, Steer, and McLean will all outperform. Maybe that's something we do. Maybe that's something we do next show. We'll pick like a handful of guys that are going to be like our stamp of approval that are going to outperform their projection, and then some guys that will underperform. Your gallery isn't really big enough for daily. So, yeah, that's fair. Just by way too many cards like me. There we go. There's your financial advice. Yeah, I think you're right. McLean has been. Let me look at the, oh, no, they don't play tonight, right? Forget it. Did we still not get a Yankees lineup? Let me look at that. Yankees, Grisham, Rice, Judge, Belly, Stanton, Jazzy Jeff, Goldshit, McMahon, Volpe. All right. All my guys are playing tonight. Maybe we can jump up. I would like a top 10, right? What do I have to? Let's go back to the leaderboard. Let's do a leader sweat. See if we can jump anybody. I'm assuming everybody ahead of me right now has the same guys. That would be my guess for the most part. But right now we're sitting in 12th. We're projected 14th. I never know how to check the full leaderboard. Like, how do I check All right. Anyways, 10th here has no, that's 11th. I know there's a way to do it. Do I scroll all the way down? Yeah, view leaderboard. There we go. All right. So, jump shoot fan of the show right there is at 294. All right. So let's see who's in front of me. T Bliss has Belly, Jazz, and Judge, but my Judge should get more points than his, right? No, it's the same. I thought I'd get more of a boost. I guess not. Okay. So I need Soto. As long as Soto balls, if I get just four points or more, well, I'm sorry, 5 points or more from Soto, we catch T-Bliss. Pampolis has Jazz going, and then Trey Turner going, and then Profar and Bellinger. So I'll have Judge and Soto. That'll be my difference maker. So we might be able to catch Popuz. How about Jump Shooty? Does he have a similar lineup? So Jump Shoot has Acuna, Profar. Again, they don't have the best matchup. And then he has, all right, so my Bellinger and Jazz need to catch Jump Shoot. That's okay. So that's for top 10. Let's see what 296 is at. All right, Seager not playing, obviously. These guys are done. All right, so we could catch Bio Slammers for sure. We could catch Bio Slammers. Alvarez has all the same dudes. So I've got Soto that's different, but he has Ben Rice. And he's got Devin Williams as well. And he's got Profar. I have Soto. That's it, right? Just Soto. So I'm probably not catching him. How about Zuby? Zuby dooby doo. He's got Profar, Judge, and Soto. But I have, all right, so Jazz and Belly. How about Phonic? Phonic has the same 3. So basically just Soto can gain ground on him. So if Soto hits a bomb, we're in business tonight. We're not getting top 2 or top 3. I don't think we're getting podium, but we're in business. We are in business. It doesn't show the percentage bonuses on the scores anymore until you click the card. Okay, all right. So maybe I gotta, guys. What do we say? Where do you think we finish tonight? Do we have a shot at this? Do we have a shot at this? Wow. Man, people in the fantasy chat are mad. Let's see what they want to do. People are yelling. People are yelling early. I love it. Wait, you said no? Why not? Why not, Matt? What a dick. By the way, I feel like you've all done it at this point, but just make sure we'll run this giveaway here in about 5 minutes. We'll run the giveaway in about 5 minutes. Also, I got to tell you guys, built different. We're doing 90 minutes solo. What are those other So Rare streamers doing, huh? I bet they have guests. Not me. I just yell at people in the chat. I call them dicks. And then I wear a blazer sometimes. Sometimes I put a hat on. I do a little bit of everything. Now we're going to drink some tea. Oh, I'm going to tell you what. We're definitely not doing any shows tomorrow on any of my channels outside of the Celtics Daily, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed to this, go subscribe, even if you don't like basketball or the Celtics. Because I'm going to sound so bad. No, it's not a Commander's hat. It's a restaurant called Gage and Tollner. I got 2 bad hats here. Ready? Gage and Tollner. This is a restaurant in Brooklyn. It was a fancy restaurant that we went out to dinner at. I don't know why we got merch for it. I think it was a gift certificate that my wife got from this family she used to work for. And that was like part of the thing. They got a hat too. I don't know. And then this hat right here, the amateur. Shout out Dustin Sandoval, baby. I went to some amateur. I actually did. It's the movie with iRobot. What's it? Rami Malek and Rachel Brosnahan, who is beautiful in person. Don't tell my wife. And I went to some event after the premiere where they were all at. I saw them in person, and then I saw a really funny thing. I don't think I've told the story. I saw a really funny thing. So Rachel Brosnahan, whatever, from Superman, Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne, one other person that I'm forgetting. There was 4 of them. And they're doing a photo op here. There's a bunch of activations there. Now, one of the activations was like this shooting contest. You would just shoot a gun, things would pop up, you got to shoot the right things, whatever. You've all seen them, right? What they do at these pop-ups is they hire these people to run these things. And it was supposed to be kind of like an immersive experience. So the people working these events, which are basically like carnival things, but the people who are working these events are also supposed to be like in character. So they are like kind of actors, right? I shouldn't say kind of, I'm sure they're real actors. This one guy was being like kind of crazy, but like high energy, and was doing it with everybody else, like all of the people that were there to just like participate in the event. And he would be like, step right up, blah, 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 blah. And he was doing these like weird things. Anyways, whatever. It was fine. I'm standing there in this spot that's like right there. And then Rami Malek and Rachel come over to do because they want photo ops. So they're like, oh, pick up the fake gun thing. And the guy was like, you want to see a magic trick or whatever? And then did some like thing that was not a magic trick. It was not a magic trick. And then just kind of like yelled at them a little bit, but in a funny way, but it wasn't funny. It was just kind of like, you said you wanted a trick. This is what you get. And it was really bizarre. Rami Malek, it was like out of The Office, like a Jim Halpert out of the TV show The Office, turns around, looks me dead in the eyes, and just is like, and then just kind of turned and walked away. It was an incredible, and I was glad my wife saw it happen, because I've like me telling you this, you're like, not a chance. It was one of the funniest things, because it was just one of the, like, yes, they are very famous people, but it was one of those moments where like 2 strangers both see a weird thing happen, and we're just kind of like, what's going on, man? And anyways, sometimes people get too comfortable. I guess that's the takeaway. Sometimes people get too comfortable. All right, was that a good story? Probably not as good as the Hugh Schwalman, right? For those that have been here for the whole time. Taylor said the movie was actually good. Yeah, I should have seen the movie. I haven't seen it yet. It's on HBO though now. You know what's coming to HBO next week? Friendship. Very excited to see that. Packed house at USF. The Raymond James, the Ray J. Bam, 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 bam. Man, when I was at USF, University of South Florida, it was the only 2 years they were good at football. It was sick. Stormed the field twice in the same season. We beat Pat White in University of West Virginia. And then I think it was Kansas. Who was that Kansas quarterback in like 2006? No, 2007. Frank. I think his name was Frank something. Anyways, we were really good. There we go. Bradipo 73 in the house. This is for a shot at Major League Baseball tickets. Unless you're like international and it's probably a little too challenging to get to a baseball game this season, we'll find something else for you. But anyways, that was a pretty cool experience to go to, just a college environment like that where everybody was losing their mind. But then we've been pretty bad since then. Our head coach, Jim Levitt, was like beating up kids or something. That's allegedly. I don't know what the actual offense was, but he got fired. Yeah, Bradipo, where are you coming to us from? Bradipo? Also, if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, I apologize. You live in Rome? Roma. Let's go. AS Roma fan? Oh, man, Italy is going to be the next place we visit. After that European trip, we've got the travel itch, unless some babies pop out. But we get the travel itch, and we need to do some Italia. We need to. As much as I love Paris, let's get me to the Amalfi Coast. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a coastal boy. I want a beach, and I want a spritz. There we go. One of my I almost call my best friend. That would be a huge upgrade for my buddy Dom. But my buddy Dom, big Roma fan. His family's from Italy. Big Roma fan. Borland said Vegas in December, y'all. Yeah, listen, I know that's Sorare NBA and not MLB, but we are going to be out there for the Emirates Cup. I know Sorare always goes out there. Usually they've got some fun packages. You have a chance at winning. We'll be out there making some videos, going to the semifinal games on Saturday the 13th or 14th. I forget what date it is. And then the final is that Tuesday. But if you are coming out, love to have some more people out there. in Vegas. We can have some fun So Rare meetups and all that good stuff. All of that good stuff. So go check that out. Go check it out now. Yeah, what else? Make sure you get the Sorare MLB in there. Let's make sure you get it in there. I'm trying to see if there's any other baseball stuff. Any other Cubs and Giants still 3-3 into the 8th. Devers at the plate. The mighty Dev Dog. It's nice. No late games tonight. Last game that starts 7:40 p.m. Eastern. Yanks and White Sox. That's kind of nice. We like that. Us East Coast boys like that. I want to know if I won a card or not. You know what I'm saying? The Atlanta Hawks will be in the semifinals. That's what they do. It's Hershey. That's what they do. Love it. Weisberg, how did your little your playback thing go? How'd your playback thing go? Oh, man, I would have been really nice if Corbin Carroll hit a home run there in the late innings. That would have been huge. Would have been huge for us. Would have been huge for us. Hold on one second. We're changing stuff over here. Sorry. The multitask is just bad news bears. Bad news bears. Bad news bears for me over here, boys. Doing too many things at the same time. Too many things at the same time. We can't handle it. We can't handle it. I've only been to 2 baseball games this year. I really should try to get to another one. I think the point we got to go to John. Are you still watching, John? Let's go to a playoff game. Let's get Yankees, Red Sox. Let's go to a playoff game, John. We'll do some videos. I should just mention too. Let me check the WhatsApp, but I think it's pretty cool what So Rare's doing right now with all the different content. And so if you're just tuning into baseball and you don't know about some of the other stuff that they've been doing, we've got, let's see, on Mondays, they've got So Rare Spotlight with our guy Laird. Then there's So Rare Italia. We got on Tuesdays, we got German So Rare Rewards Day, French one. And then is that Uruguay? No, is that Uruguay? Argentina? I don't know what flag that is. This is so embarrassing. Thursday, another French show, the So Rare Club, and the So Rare Short Porch. They got game day week. Is that no, that's French too, right? No, French is, I don't know. I'm embarrassing myself. And then a German show on the weekend too. And I think we're going to be doing NBA. We're going to be doing some NBA this offseason. This season as well. Portland saying USF needs their own stadium. Yeah, but there was something kind of nice about it being off campus because you couldn't get in trouble, which was pretty cool. You couldn't get in trouble. All right, let's give this thing away. Let's give away some baseball tickets. If you win, we got to figure it out right now. If you win, you got to figure it out right now because we got to tell John so he can get those tickets in ASAP. Rocky, let's see what's going to be. It is Jump Shooty. Jump Shooty takes it down. Jump Shoot takes it down. I don't know if Jump Shoot's still in here, so we got to DM him quickly. Let's see. All right. Jump Shoot taking down some MLB ticks. Let's go, Jump Shooty. Why don't we give away one more thing, too? We'll call it here. Let's give away a So Rare limited card. We'll give away a limited card right now. We're going to just spin it one more time for the people that are in here. Jump Shoot can't win again. Let's see who's going to take it down. Woo, Bradipo. Let's go, Bradipo. Look, you didn't win the cards, but you did. The tickets, but you did win a So Rare card. So that's pretty huge, right? Let's see, Bradipo, what is your So Rare handle? If you're still here, put your So Rare handle into the chat, and I will get you something right now. Right now. But you got to still be here. You got to still be here, Bradipo. If he's still here. Yeah, there he is. Bradipo 73. All right, let's see. Let's give you let's see. There you are, Berdeepo. Let's see what that MLB collection's looking like. All right, we got a couple. You get 66 followers, too. That's pretty good. Oh, it doesn't accept trades. All right, I need you to go accept trades, Berdeepo. Adjust your settings. Adjust your settings so you can do it. My imagination is endless. Yeah, you gotta change it so you can accept some trades. You gotta be open to the trade, baby. And we'll get you something. And for those new to the giveaways, you never get anything awesome, but I don't give you anything awful. You'll at least get something playable. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll see. We shall see. ETH. I respect it. Speaking of which, too, a little bit off topic, but we announced yesterday, big announcement day for you basketball fans. Yeah, you did get a Juan Toscano. I know. Sorry, that was at the end of the season, man. We were running out. Although JTA, a legend, Bay Area legend. We announced yesterday we've got our NBA marathon show is coming back. So on the first day of the basketball season, which I believe is Tuesday, October 21st, we're going to do an 8-hour show leading up to the first game of the season. We're going to end the show with Live Before Lock, getting you ready for the first Sorare NBA show or Sorare NBA game week of the season. We'll have some fun announcements leading up to it. We already secured a sponsor. We're doing a little bit of everything. So make sure you get ready for that. That'll be on the NBA Bit YouTube channel. So get excited for that if you're a hooper. Yeah, a hot tub stream, maybe. Who knows? All right, let's see if I can trade with Berdeepo again. Let's give that another shot. Nope, not yet. We'll refresh just in case. I can feel my voice slowly dying. I don't even have any ETH. Can I give you any cash? I get 70 cents. Nope. I got to send it. I can't do it. I tried to send you 70 cents just because that would be funny. That's all right, Berdeepo. You know what? Just when you figure it out, DM me at Mike Zakarian. See that handle right there? DM me at Mike Zakarian on Twitter /X, whatever. And so even if, you figure it out and tomorrow or whatever, I'll send it to you then. We'll do it then. So no worries if you don't have it right now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this show. We're going to be doing this every Thursday for the rest of the baseball season from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time here on the Sorare channel. And then we will, we'll keep doing it up through the playoffs. We'll keep doing it up through the playoffs. And then we will, when the NBA starts, we'll fire that up too. It's going to be a good time. But why don't we call it there? Best of luck with the rest of your sweats. All right. I know I got one. Would love to win a card here. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Shout out Sorare for giving away some MLB tickets. Congrats to our guy Jumpshoot. I just DM'd you. Make sure you email me and, or not email me, but give me your email so we can get you your tickets to go see your Orioles. And yeah, go check out the other Sorare content. We will be back next Thursday. Good luck this game week. Go Cubbies, baby. Go Cubbies. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching the Short Porch with me, Mike Zakarian.